The evening of September 12, 2025, began like any other quiet night across the eastern provinces of China, with residents of Weifang and Rizhao settling into their evening routines under the vast canopy of stars that stretched across Shandong Province. The industrial cities, known for their manufacturing and coastal proximity, had experienced nothing more extraordinary than the usual commercial aircraft traversing the night sky toward Beijing and Shanghai. However, at approximately 2100 local time, the tranquil atmosphere would be shattered by an event that would captivate international attention and spark debates about aerial phenomena, military capabilities, and the possibility of extraterrestrial encounters. The first indication that something unusual was occurring came from scattered social media posts across Weibo and other Chinese platforms, where residents began uploading grainy cell phone footage of what appeared to be an intensely bright object moving across the night sky with characteristics that defied conventional explanation. Unlike the predictable paths of commercial aircraft or the brief streaks of meteors, this luminous entity maintained a steady, controlled trajectory that suggested intelligent guidance rather than natural celestial phenomena or routine aviation activities. Eyewitness accounts from multiple locations provided remarkably consistent descriptions of the initial object, which appeared as a brilliant point of light that moved with precision and purpose across the eastern horizon. The object's luminosity was described as torch-like in intensity, creating a distinct parabolic trajectory that significantly exceeded the velocity capabilities of any known conventional aircraft operating in Chinese airspace. Multiple observers noted that the object's behavior patterns were inconsistent with meteor activity, which typically creates brief, straight-line trajectories before burning out in Earth's atmosphere. The critical moment of the incident occurred when witnesses observed what appeared to be a second luminous object approaching the initial craft from a different vector. This secondary object, described by multiple independent sources as exhibiting the characteristics of a surface-to-air missile or interceptor projectile, created its own trail of light as it accelerated toward the mysterious craft with apparent targeting precision. The convergence of these two objects in the night sky created a spectacular visual display that would be captured on numerous recording devices across the region. The impact sequence, as documented by civilian witnesses and shared extensively across social media platforms, produced a massive explosion that illuminated the entire landscape with intensity comparable to daylight. The flash was accompanied by two distinct, powerful detonations that created audible booming sounds described by residents as resembling artillery discharge or thunderclaps. The acoustic effects were sufficiently powerful to rattle windows across multiple cities and create momentary ground tremors that could be felt by individuals both indoors and outdoors. Following the initial explosion, witnesses reported observing multiple pieces of glowing debris falling toward the Earth across a wide area, creating the appearance of a meteor shower composed of artificial rather than natural materials. The debris field suggested that the target object had been completely destroyed during the interception, with fragments scattered across the rural areas surrounding the impact zone. Some residents reported recovering small pieces of unusual metallic material that exhibited properties inconsistent with conventional aircraft construction or meteorite composition. The Chinese Emergency Management Bureau's response to the incident proved as mysterious as the event itself, with officials stating on September 13th that they had received no official reports regarding any crash, interception, or aerial engagement in the region. This denial of knowledge, despite the extensive civilian documentation and widespread social media coverage, only only served to amplify speculation about the true nature of the incident and the level of official involvement or awareness. Military analysts examining the available footage noted several characteristics that suggested the event was more than a simple missile test or meteor destruction. The initial object's flight pattern demonstrated controlled maneuvering capabilities that exceeded the performance parameters of known drone technology or conventional aircraft. The precision timing of the interception suggested advanced tracking and targeting systems that would require significant military infrastructure to execute successfully. The timing of the incident coincided with announced military exercises in the nearby Bohai Sea, where Chinese forces had declared the use of live weapons during training operations. This scheduling raised questions about whether the aerial engagement was part of the planned exercises or represented an unexpected encounter that required immediate military response. The proximity of active military operations provided a potential explanation for the rapid deployment of interceptor systems, though it also raised questions about the nature of the target and the reasons for its destruction. International observers noted the significance of the incident within the broader context of increased military activity across the Pacific region, where both Chinese and American forces had been conducting extensive live-fire exercises throughout 2025. The demonstration of precision interception capabilities, whether against a planned target or an unexpected intrusion, represented a significant display of military readiness and technological sophistication that carried implications for regional security dynamics. The quality of the civilian footage captured during the incident marked a significant departure from typical UFO documentation, which has historically suffered from poor image quality, ambiguous details, and limited corroborating evidence. The multiple angles and consistent witness accounts provided researchers with an unprecedented level of documentation for analysis and investigation, representing one of the most thoroughly recorded aerial anomaly incidents in recent history. Social media analysis revealed that the initial reports and footage began appearing within minutes of the incident, with users across multiple platforms sharing similar accounts and video evidence. The rapid dissemination of information through digital channels provided real-time documentation of the event from multiple perspectives, creating a comprehensive record that would have been impossible to achieve through traditional media channels or official documentation alone. Technical analysis of the available footage suggested that the intercepted object exhibited characteristics inconsistent with natural phenomena such as meteors or space debris. The controlled flight path, sustained luminosity, and apparent structural integrity prior to interception indicated artificial construction and possible propulsion systems that operated outside conventional aerospace parameters. These characteristics fueled speculation about advanced foreign technology, experimental aircraft, or potentially extraterrestrial origins. The international response to the Shandong incident reflected the growing global interest in unidentified aerial phenomena and the increasing willingness of governments and military organizations to acknowledge and investigate such encounters. The incident occurred during a period of unprecedented transparency regarding UFO encounters, with multiple nations releasing previously classified information about aerial anomalies and establishing formal investigation protocols for unexplained aerial phenomena. Comparative analysis with similar incidents from other nations revealed striking parallels in terms of object behavior, military response, and official denial or silence. The pattern of civilian documentation, followed by official non-acknowledgement, has become increasingly common as social media platforms enable rapid information sharing that outpaces traditional government information control mechanisms. The Shandong incident also highlighted the evolving capabilities of civilian observation and documentation technology, with modern smartphones and social media platforms enabling ordinary citizens to capture and share high-quality evidence of unusual aerial events. This technological democratization of surveillance and documentation has fundamentally altered the landscape of UFO research and investigation, providing researchers with access to real-time, multi-perspective documentation that was previously unavailable. Long-term implications of the incident extend beyond the immediate questions about the nature of the intercepted object to broader considerations about military preparedness, aerial security, and the protocols for responding to unidentified aerial intrusions. The incident remains under investigation by independent researchers and analysts, with ongoing efforts to collect additional evidence, interview witnesses, and analyze the available footage for technical details that might provide insights into the nature of the intercepted object and the systems used to destroy it. The revelation of the Pentagon's clandestine UFO data recovery initiative, known as Immaculate Constellation, represents one of the most significant intelligence disclosures in modern military history, fundamentally altering the landscape of unidentified aerial phenomena research and government transparency. Operating in complete secrecy since 2017, this highly classified program was designed to systematically identify, collect, and analyze the most compelling UFO evidence held within the vast archives of the United States military and intelligence community, creating a comprehensive database of encounters that had previously been scattered across multiple agencies and classification levels. The program's inception followed the dramatic 2017 leak of 3 infrared UFO videos from the U.S. Navy, which had exposed the existence of advanced aerial phenomena encounters within military operations and created an urgent need for centralized coordination of such sensitive information. The leaked footage, showing objects performing impossible maneuvers at speeds that defied conventional aircraft capabilities, had demonstrated that the military possessed far more extensive UFO documentation than had ever been officially acknowledged, prompting the establishment of Immaculate Constellation as a response to both security concerns and the need for systematic analysis. The primary objective of Immaculate Constellation, as revealed through whistleblower testimony, focused on the systematic extraction and consolidation of the highest quality UFO imagery, video footage, eyewitness accounts, and electronic sensor data from across the military establishment. This material, described as so highly classified that merely mentioning its existence could pose personal security risks to those involved, represented decades of accumulated evidence from encounters with unexplained aerial phenomena that had been documented by military personnel during routine operations, training exercises, and security missions. The program's scope extended far beyond simple data collection to include advanced analysis of multi-sensor information that provided unprecedented insight into the capabilities and characteristics of unidentified aerial phenomena. Unlike previous efforts that relied primarily on visual observations or single-source documentation, Immaculate Constellation integrated data from radar systems, infrared sensors, optical cameras, electronic warfare equipment, and other sophisticated detection technologies to create comprehensive profiles of UFO encounters that revealed technical details previously unavailable to researchers. The quality and clarity of the material collected through Immaculate Constellation marked a dramatic departure from the traditionally grainy, ambiguous UFO evidence that had characterized decades of civilian research. The military's access to advanced imaging technology, including high-resolution cameras, thermal imaging systems, and sophisticated radar equipment, enabled the capture of detailed footage that revealed structural features, flight characteristics, and behavioral patterns of unexplained craft with unprecedented clarity and scientific rigor. Recent developments within the program included the documentation of a remarkable ball-shaped UFO adorned with small spikes that was captured by military surveillance systems over multiple encounters. This particular craft, described in classified reports as exhibiting a metallic or highly reflective surface with evenly distributed protrusions around its spherical hull, represented one of the most distinctive and well-documented examples of non-conventional aircraft design within the military's files. The object's unusual configuration, which bore no resemblance to any known human aircraft or experimental technology, provided researchers with detailed technical specifications that challenged conventional understanding of aerodynamics and propulsion systems. The spike-adorned spherical craft demonstrated flight characteristics that violated fundamental principles of physics as currently understood by human science. Military sensors documented the object maintaining stable flight without any visible propulsion systems, wings, control surfaces, or other conventional flight mechanisms. The craft's ability to hover motionlessly for extended periods, followed by instantaneous acceleration to incredible velocities, suggested propulsion technology that operated on principles completely unknown to terrestrial engineering and aerospace development. Multi-sensor analysis of the spiked UFO revealed additional anomalous characteristics that further distinguished it from any known technology. Radar systems detected the object clearly, indicating a substantial physical presence, yet infrared imaging showed minimal heat signatures despite the craft's apparent high-energy maneuvers. This combination of radar visibility and thermal invisibility suggested either revolutionary heat management technology or propulsion systems that operated without generating the thermal signatures associated with conventional engines. The electronic warfare implications of the documented encounters proved equally significant, as the spiked sphere demonstrated apparent immunity to electronic countermeasures and communication interference. Multiple attempts to jam or disrupt the craft's operations using standard military electronic warfare equipment proved completely ineffective, suggesting either advanced shielding technology or operational principles that existed outside the electromagnetic spectrum parameters targeted by human electronic warfare systems. Intelligence analysis of the craft's behavioral patterns revealed sophisticated awareness and response capabilities that suggested advanced artificial intelligence or conscious control by entities with superior situational awareness. The object consistently demonstrated knowledge of military sensor capabilities and operational procedures, adjusting its flight patterns and positions to remain within optimal observation range while avoiding aggressive interception attempts. This calculated behavior indicated not only advanced technology, but detailed knowledge of human military capabilities and limitations. The geographic distribution of spiked sphere encounters, as documented through Immaculate Constellation, revealed a global pattern of appearances near sensitive military installations, nuclear facilities, and advanced technology research centers. The craft's apparent interest in human military and technological capabilities suggested systematic surveillance or intelligence gathering activities that had been ongoing for years without official acknowledgement or effective countermeasures. Comparative analysis of the spiked UFO with other documented craft within the Immaculate Constellation database revealed a diverse array of unexplained aerial phenomena, each exhibiting unique design characteristics and operational capabilities. The systematic cataloging of these encounters enabled researchers to identify patterns, technological families, and evolutionary developments in unexplained craft design that suggested multiple sources or manufacturers of advanced aerial technology. The program's revelation through whistleblower disclosure highlighted the extraordinary lengths to which the military establishment had gone to maintain secrecy around UFO encounters and the advanced technology they represented. The classification levels applied to Immaculate Constellation material exceeded those used for the most sensitive weapon systems and intelligence operations, indicating recognition within the highest levels of government that UFO technology represented either a significant national security threat or an opportunity of unprecedented strategic importance. Congressional oversight of Immaculate Constellation had been deliberately limited through compartmentalization and classification protocols, that prevented elected officials from accessing information about the program's scope, findings, or implications. This exclusion of congressional oversight represented a significant deviation from normal military program management and suggested that the information being collected was considered too sensitive for standard political review processes. The technical analysis capabilities developed through Immaculate Constellation enabled military researchers to document aspects of UFO technology that had previously been invisible to conventional observation methods. Advanced signal processing, materials analysis, and electromagnetic signature detection revealed that many UFO encounters involve technology that operated on physical principles not yet understood by human science, suggesting either revolutionary advances by foreign adversaries or the involvement of non-human intelligence. The psychological and sociological implications of the Immaculate Constellation revelations extended far beyond the technical aspects of UFO technology to fundamental questions about government transparency, public trust, and the handling of information that could transform human understanding of our place in the universe. The program's existence demonstrated that military and intelligence agencies possessed detailed knowledge of phenomena that challenge basic scientific assumptions while maintaining complete public denial of such encounters. International coordination aspects of Immaculate Constellation suggested that similar programs existed within other nations' military establishments, with informal information sharing across allied intelligence agencies regarding particularly significant UFO encounters. This international dimension The dramatic transformation in UFO documentation quality represents one of the most significant developments in the study of unexplained aerial phenomenon, fundamentally altering the landscape of evidence collection, analysis, and public perception of encounters with unidentified craft. This evolution has been driven by revolutionary advances in imaging technology, the widespread adoption of high-definition recording equipment, and the courage of military personnel who have chosen to share their extraordinary experiences despite professional risks and institutional pressure to maintain silence about encounters that challenge conventional understanding of aerospace capabilities. The emergence of crystal-clear UFO imagery marks a decisive departure from decades of blurry, ambiguous photographs and videos that had characterized the field of UFO research since its inception in the mid-20th century. Historical UFO documentation suffered from fundamental limitations imposed by the primitive imaging technology available to civilian observers, including analog cameras with limited resolution, early-generation camcorders with poor low-light performance, and film-based systems that required extensive processing before images could be analyzed or shared with researchers and the public. The technological revolution that has transformed UFO documentation began with the widespread adoption of digital cameras equipped with advanced sensor technology, sophisticated image stabilization systems, and automated exposure controls that enabled clear imaging of fast-moving objects under challenging lighting conditions. Modern smartphones, now carried by billions of people worldwide, incorporate camera systems that rival professional photography equipment from just a decade ago, providing ordinary citizens with the capability to capture high-resolution imagery and video of unusual aerial phenomenon with unprecedented clarity and detail. The recent appearance of a remarkably clear photograph showing a ball-shaped UFO adorned with small spikes represents the culmination of these technological advances, providing researchers and the public with visual evidence that eliminates many of the ambiguities and uncertainties that had plagued UFO research for generations. The image, which first appeared on Chinese social media platforms before spreading to international websites, demonstrates image quality and detail resolution that allows for sophisticated technical analysis of the craft's construction, surface features, and apparent technological characteristics. These spiked spherical craft captured in the high-definition photograph exhibits design elements that challenge conventional understanding of aerodynamics, propulsion systems, and spacecraft construction. The object's perfectly spherical main body, adorned with evenly distributed spike-like protrusions, suggests manufacturing techniques and material science capabilities that exceed current human technological achievements. The metallic or highly reflective surface visible in the photograph indicates advanced materials engineering that enables the craft to maintain structural integrity while supporting the unusual external appendages that serve unknown functional purposes. Technical analysis of the spike configuration reveals precise geometric arrangements that suggest purposeful engineering rather than random or decorative placement. The spikes appear to be integrated into the craft's hull structure rather than attached as external components, indicating manufacturing processes that can create complex three-dimensional shapes from advanced materials without visible joints, welds, or attachment points. This seamless construction technique represents a level of material science and manufacturing capability that exceeds current human industrial capabilities. The photograph's clarity allows for detailed examination of the craft's surface textures, which exhibit properties consistent with advanced metamaterials or engineered surfaces designed to interact with electromagnetic radiation in specific ways. The reflective characteristics visible in the image suggest either highly polished metallic construction or synthetic materials with optical properties that have been precisely engineered for specific performance requirements related to stealth, communication, or energy management systems. Military whistleblower testimonies have provided crucial context for understanding the significance of high-quality UFO imagery like the spiked sphere photograph, revealing that such clear documentation represents only a small fraction of the extensive evidence collected by military and intelligence agencies through sophisticated sensor systems and classified observation programs. Former Navy pilot Commander David Fravor's public discussion of his 2004 encounter with a tic-tac-shaped UFO demonstrated that military personnel possess detailed knowledge of craft exhibiting capabilities far beyond current aerospace technology. Fravor's testimony revealed that the object he encountered demonstrated instantaneous acceleration, impossible maneuvers, and the ability to disappear from one location and reappear at another without any visible means of propulsion or energy expenditure. The craft showed awareness of human observation and responded to the presence of military aircraft in ways that suggested advanced artificial intelligence or conscious control by entities with superior technological capabilities and situational awareness. The corroboration of Fravor's account through radar data, multiple witness testimony, and official Navy acknowledgement established new standards for UFO evidence quality and credibility that has encouraged other military personnel to share their own extraordinary encounters. This cascade of military testimony has revealed that UFO encounters are far more common within military operations than had been previously acknowledged, with incidents occurring near sensitive installations, during training exercises, and in restricted airspace with sufficient frequency to suggest systematic surveillance or intelligence gathering by unknown entities. The establishment of formal UAP task forces within the Department of Defense represents recognition at the highest levels of government that unexplained aerial phenomenon pose legitimate national security concerns that require systematic investigation and analysis. The Pentagon's official release of previously classified UFO videos marked a historic shift from decades of denial and secrecy to acknowledgement that military forces regularly encounter craft exhibiting capabilities that exceed known technology and pose potential threats to aviation safety and national security. The safety implications of UFO encounters have become increasingly important as military and civilian pilots report close encounters with craft that demonstrate unpredictable flight patterns, extreme acceleration capabilities, and apparent indifference to conventional aviation safety protocols. These near-miss incidents have raised concerns about the potential for catastrophic collisions between conventional aircraft and unexplained craft, prompting the development of new reporting procedures and investigation protocols designed to improve aviation safety and incident response. The cultural transformation surrounding UFO phenomena has enabled military personnel to share their experiences without the career-destroying stigma that had previously discouraged honest reporting of unusual encounters. The elimination of ridicule and disbelief has created an environment where credible witnesses feel safe to provide detailed accounts of their experiences, leading to a dramatic increase in the quality and quantity of available evidence for research and analysis. International coordination of UFO research and investigation has emerged as governments worldwide recognize that unexplained aerial phenomenon represent global challenges that transcend national boundaries and require coordinated response capabilities. The sharing of high-quality imagery, witness testimony, and technical analysis between allied nations has created unprecedented opportunities for comprehensive investigation of UFO encounters and the development of effective response strategies. The democratization of advanced imaging technology has fundamentally altered the power dynamics of UFO research, shifting the balance from government-controlled information to citizen journalism and grassroots investigation. Social media platforms and video-sharing websites enable immediate global distribution of UFO evidence, creating real-time documentation networks that operate independently of official channels and traditional media gatekeepers. Advanced analysis techniques applied to high-quality UFO imagery have revealed technical details about unexplained craft that provide insights into propulsion systems, material science, and engineering approaches that could revolutionize human technology development. The study of anomalous craft design features, energy signatures, and flight characteristics offers potential pathways for breakthrough advances in aerospace engineering, energy production, and material science that could transform human civilization. The integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies into UFO research has enabled sophisticated pattern recognition and anomaly detection capabilities that can identify unusual characteristics in vast databases of imagery and sensor data. These computational tools provide researchers with unprecedented ability to analyze complex technical information